Curious ka ba sa maraming bagay? Kami na ang bahala dyan. Aalamin, tutuklasin at bibigyang linaw namin ang mga katanungang bumabagabag sa inyong isipan. Sa programa kung saan ang bawat sagot ay galing lamang sa mga eksperto. Ang Expert's Opinion, tuwing linggo alas 3 ng hapon, dito lang sa DZRH TV. Isa ang cancer sa nangunguna pa ring dahilan ng pagkamatay ng maraming Pilipino sa bansa. Ilan nga sa mga halimbawa niyan ay ang lung cancer, breast, liver, prostate, colorectal at marami pang iba. Kung saan, gamutan pa rin ang patuloy na dagok ng maraming Pilipinong mayroon nito. Sa kabila niyan, patuloy naman ang pag-usbong ng mga makabagong teknolohiya, lalo na sa larangan ng medisina. At isa nga sa medical innovation na mas nagbigay ng mas mabilis, ligtas at precise na gamutan sa iba't ibang uri ng cancer ay ang pagdating ng kauna-unahang cyberknife system sa Pilipinas. Kaya naman, alamin natin kung ano nga ba itong inobasyon na ito na magdadala ng pagbabago pagdating sa cancer treatment maging sa bagong pag-asa para sa mga cancer patients sa bansa. Sa episode natin ngayong linggo, makakasama natin si Dr. Beaver Tamesis, ang presidente at CEO ng Asian Hospital and Medical Center na ginawang posible ang pagkakaroon ng kauna-unahang cyberknife system dito sa Pilipinas. Doc Beaver, magandang araw po. Welcome po sa ating programang Expert's Opinion.
Maraming salamat sa imbitasyon.
Yes, Doc, dahil kayo nga po yung unang nagkaroon dito sa Pilipinas ng cyberknife system na ito at malaking breakthrough nga po ito pagdating po sa medical innovation at of course sa cancer treatment dito sa Pilipinas. Pwede niyo po bang i-introduce muna po sa amin kung sino ba talaga o ano ba talaga itong cyberknife na ito?
Maraming salamat sa tanong. It's very important para malaman natin na the cyberknife is very unique. Kasi ang therapy na to para sa mga may cancer and to radiate, yung sinasabing radiotherapy. Ang problema sa dati mga radiotherapy, maraming normal tissue na dadamay, na nasisira din o nasusugatan dala ng radiation. With the cyberknife therapy, kitang-kita na you can actually target the tumor so specifically na hindi na nagagalaw yung normal tissue. At hindi nasusunugan, hindi nagkakaroon ng sugat yung periphery o yung sa gilid, tagiliran ng ating tumor. So with this particular methodology, you can actually make it painless for the patient, very precise ang delivery ng therapy, at kahit gumagalaw yung tumor habang humihinga yung pasyente, nasusundan ng radiation therapy ng ating machine para that way, hindi pa rin matadamay ang normal tissue. That's what makes this very unique. And this technology has been proven for over 10-15 years around the world. So we know it works.
Dok, minabasa nga po tayo na sinasabing ito daw po ay non-invasive.
Yes.
Ano po bang ibig sabihin nito? And of course, ano pa po ba yung nagpa-unique talaga kay cyberknife compared to other traditional cancer treatment or therapy?
Right, because nga the precision of the delivery of radiation, hindi nasusunog or hindi na damage ang normal tissue. So you can actually deliver the radiation na hindi at all ito spill over sa kabila. So 1 millimeter definition ang kaya niya. So less than a hair's breadth. Ganun kaganda ang precision ng delivery ng machine na to, ng radiation. So it can treat many types of tumors. Prostate cancer, lung cancer, liver cancer, sa brain, syempre, sa utak, and then even the spinal column, lalo na kung kumakalat ng metastasis or kung nag-spread ang tumor, kaya pa rin ng machine na to sundan kung nasaan yung tumor niyan and deliver precisely the right amount of radiation para talaga masira yung tumor at ma-protect pa rin ang normal tissue.
Doc, since this is the first ever cyberknife in the Philippines, ano po ba yung sa tingin yung impact nito dito sa bansa?
Ang nakita namin kasi this past 2 years, 3 years, doctors really want to give the high dose and intense radiation para talaga madama yung tumor. But all the machines can barely deliver that type of radiation. Yung mga available natin ngayon before the cyberknife, hirap. They can only do 1 to 2 patients at most at bumibigay na yung machine. But with the cyberknife, dedicated talaga siya to deliver high-power ablative radiation. That's the kind of dose of radiation para talaga maano yung tumor. And that way, we can actually destroy the tumor while preserving normal tissue. I think that's the most important thing. That's the trend now. For cancers, dapat talaga ganung klaseng radiation therapy, yung ablative and at the same time protecting the normal tissue.
Doc, sa tingin niyo po ba gaano karaming mga pasyente ang kayang pagalingin o gamutin itong si CyberKnife?
It's actually very scary to see the number of cancer patients growing talaga every year. We look at our data over the last 3 years, talagang every year dumadami ng gusto. And the doctors are becoming more and more demanding na dapat talaga we deliver precise radiation. So we think that by the end of 2 to 3 years, maybe 24 patients a day might be needing this type of therapy, and we don't know yet the full demand. That's just yung based on calculations lang, based on the growth of the demand that we've been seeing.
Pero Doc, what made you decide po na kumuha o gumamit na ng CyberKnife system dito sa Pilipinas, especially in your hospital in treating cancer po?
Asian Hospital and the Asian Cancer Institute, we pride ourselves being able to deliver top-level, global-level type of care. So we have a big infusion center, we have the best drugs available at the best, lowest possible prices that we can give to our patient, global experts. Napansin namin, the radiation demand has been shifting. Our current machines could not cope. So we had to say, look, this is the future. Ito ang kailangan talaga ng mga pasyente natin even today. So we have to invest. So kinausap namin ang board. They finally agreed that yes, this is something that talagang importante that we bring dito sa Pilipinas. We're confident in the technology. Hindi to eksperimento. This is real technology proven globally that it works. So why not invest in it for our countrymen?
Pero Doc, may naiisip po ba kayong reasons or factors? Bakit ngayon lang ito dumating? Late na po ba tayo sa pagtanggap nitong CyberKnife?
The Philippines kasi we tend to be a bit more conservative in terms of how we invest. Ang gusto natin syempre yung talagang sure that actually works. Kasi mahirap na mag-experiment. We cannot afford experiments. But I think with the CyberKnife system and the way the technology has been proven time and time again, published in multiple scientific journals, yes, this is the right investment for our people.
Pero Doc, ito naman medyo personal din. Dahil maraming ang Pilipino ang dagok pa rin po ngayon na yung pinansyal, lalo na sa pagpapagamot po, especially this kind of advanced technology.
Right.
Sa tingin niyo po ba o meron na po ba kayong maibibigay na price kung gaano po ba o magkano ang aabutin ng gamutan?
I think we will all be surprised kahit anong controversy na nababasa natin sa dyaryo. PhilHealth has actually stepped up to the plate. They've actually improved the amount that they cover. So actually, even with no balance billing, lalo-lalo na sa mga pedya, yung mga bata. In fact, the first patient we're lining up is actually a child with recurrent brain tumor. So hopefully, with this type of machine, with this type of therapy, and the no balance billing ng PhilHealth, makakayanan ng pasyente. Now, for those na mas complicated ng mga kaso that really requires more intense planning, radiation therapy, etc., we've been looking at the cost range out of pocket bukod sa PhilHealth. Alright, may PhilHealth na, and then kung ano pang idadagdag na pasyente for the full course, full treatment na, anywhere from 200 to 500,000, I think should cover it all. We think. Hopefully, it works out that way. We'll always monitor the expenses, make sure that we give it to the patient at the right price. But we think that we should be able to complete a full course of therapy with about 3 to 5 courses or 3 to 5 days of treatment in about 200 to 500,000 bukod sa PhilHealth.
So Doc, bukod sa pag-asa ng mga cancer patients na may mas mabilis pong paraan para gumaling, ay hindi rin po sila dapat mag-worry sa babayaran?
Yes, I think the way the government has stepped up, the way PhilHealth has stepped up, I think we're working hand in hand with them, making sure na talagang tama yung billing namin, etc. So talagang matutulungan natin maraming pasyente natin.
Doc, any long-term vision po ba na may nakikita kayo gamit itong CyberKnife, especially for the cancer care treatment or cancer care dito sa Philippines?
I think importante malaman ng ating kababayan, hindi na kailangan pumunta ng Singapore, hindi na kailangan pumunta ng Taiwan or elsewhere. We have the best possible cancer treatments available in the country. The best possible drugs are available here. This type of radiation therapy, the expertise of our doctors, they're really top-notch globally. If and when may kailangan pang ibang specialized therapy, yung mga particle beam na 2 to 3 billion pesos worth ang dapat investment, Yan, we can partner with other institutions, be it in Korea or in Japan or elsewhere, para lang we can actually make and help facilitate that kind of treatment. So the Philippines is part of a global network of expert cancer treatment and cancer specialties who can actually deliver the best possible therapy for kababayan.
Kanina ay pinakilala na sa atin ni Dr. Beaver ang CyberKnife system kung saan nalaman natin ang malaking kaibahan nito sa traditional radiation therapy at kung gaano rin kalaki ang impact nito lalo na sa advanced cancer care dito sa Pilipinas. Ngayon naman upang mas makilala pa natin ang CyberKnife, makakasama naman natin si Dr. Jamie Fernandez Ramos, isang radiation oncologist at CyberKnife expert sa Asian Hospital and Medical Center upang personal na silipin at malaman kung paano nga ba ito gumagana.
Dr. Jamie, kanina po binanggit na po ni Dr. Beaver kung sino o ano nga ba itong CyberKnife system na ito. Pero bago po natin silipin kung paano po talaga gumagana itong sa CyberKnife, pwede niyo po bang ikwento sa amin kung paano ito nakarating dito sa Pilipinas? Ano po ba yung kwento behind that?
Oh, wow. Thank you for asking that. Actually, of course, Asian Hospital and Medical Center would like to provide, syempre, premium or advanced treatment for our cancer patients. And we, of course, with the leadership of Dr. Beaver Tamesis, nakita niya yung need na ma-shorten ang treatment natin for our cancer patients. So normally, our cancer patients have, treatment for radiation, long course, 1 to 2 months. So naisip ni na Doc na how about we shorten the treatment, no? And let us find a machine that can do that, of precise and advanced treatment in terms of radiation treatment. So kaya naisip nila, anong machine kaya yung magkakagawa nun? And finally yan, CyberKnife, yung katamang machine to deliver stereotactic radiation treatment. So, and of course, not just Dr. Beaver, but also our director of the Asian Cancer Institute, Dr. Corang Elangel, no? Both with their leadership, talagang na-convince namin ang management, no, that this is really for the Filipino cancer patients. And I guess it is time, and that the Filipinos deserve an advanced treatment for their, for their cancer. So actually, si CyberKnife, na-develop yan since 1988 in Stanford University, no, by a neurosurgeon. So way back 1988, and then syempre na-improve, and then finally they were able to develop a CyberKnife model that can have treatment ng short, no? Before using CyberKnife, nasa siya, mga 1-hour treatment, no? But now, with the new technology, with the new model, we can treat patients as fast as 15 to 30 minutes. Yes.
Dr. Jamie, ano po bang uri ng cancer ang kayang gamutin itong si CyberKnife system natin?
Okay, Rovic, I think this is all your viewers are very interested, no, saan pwede magamit ang CyberKnife. So, if I can start, no, pwede niyang magamot ang mga bukol sa ulo, no, both benign and malignant. Pwede, kung ang bata na pasyente merong bukol sa brain, pwede ito. After that, meron din tayo yung mga lung cancer patients. Of course, yung mga early lung cancer. Also sa mga liver cancer patients, prostate, pwede din siya. At the same time, no, not just for primary tumors, for patients na may stage 4, yung mga sabihin natin from breast cancer. Marami tayong breast cancer sa Philippines, Kunyari, kumalat yung breast cancer to the brain or to the bone, kaya po yun habulin ni CyberKnife. So yun, naka-classify na ang patients once kumalat stage 4, or we can say oligometastatic, limited ang kalat sa katawan. Pwede natin gamitin si CyberKnife para ma-reach yung mga brain, no, nakalat sa brain at saka sa bone. So, we would like to inform our patients na pwede natin ito magamit for different parts, no? Sa different parts ng body na may cancer.
Kanina, Doc, nabanggit po yung word na non-invasive. Ano po bang ibig sabihin nito? Gaano po ito ka-epektibo in treating cancer?
Okay. So, yung non-invasive, it means marinig mo, CyberKnife, but actually, wala siyang knife na ginagamit, no? Yung non-invasive means yung patient, no, hihiga lamang And may beam na tututok dun sa tumor niya at yun ay susundan, tapos yun, papatayin mo talaga yung cancer cells, actually yung DNA ng cancer cells yung ita-target mo. So, with that, walang tutusok, walang mainit, kaya tinatawag namin non-invasive.
Sinasabi rin po nila, Doc, na ito po dahil ay pediatric friendly. Isa rin po bang reason ito dahil non-invasive itong si CyberKnife?
Yes, oo, totoo. Kasi Rovic, some, pediatric patients, no? Lalo kunyari, may mga bukol sila sa brain. And unfortunately, minsan malalim masyado na hindi na kayang maoperahan ng ating mga neurosurgeons. So for those patients na hindi candidate for surgery, delikado ang surgery, then may option yung mga bata na matreat pa rin yung bukol nila sa brain using CyberKnife.
Pero ano po bang meron tong si CyberKnife kung paano niya po ba kayang gamutin o paano niya kayang gamutin ng sobrang safe and precise ang isang cancer?
Thank you for asking that very, very important question. If I can share, my professor in Saitama University, emphasized to me, Jamie, this is the only machine, CyberKnife is the only machine that has real-time tumor tracking. Ibig sabihin, kaya niya makita yung bukol, for example, sa lungs or prostate, at susundan niya ito. At habang makita niya, masundan niya, doon, tatargetin niya yung mismong bukol. Ang kagandahan nun, Rovic, nakatutok talaga yung radiation doon sa bukol, very high dose. And then yung margin, mga let's say 1 to 3 millimeter lamang. And then after that, mababa na yung dose. So, kaya mo lang gawin yung ganon ka-precise, sub-millimeter actually, precision, kung kaya mong ma-image yung bukol. Kasi ang taas ng dose na ibibigay mo, di ba? So gusto mo, kita mo talaga yung bukol. So with that, since maliit lang yung margin around, yung mga normal tissues na si spare mo, mababa yung kukuhang dose. As a result, mababa ang side effect sa patient.
Talagang mas safe siya.
Mas safe, very precise and safe.
Dok, nabanggit nyo nga po yung high dosage na ibinibigay nitong CyberKnife sa in treating cancer. Dok, ilang sessions naman po ang aabutin sa gamutan with CyberKnife?
Okay, so just to give you an idea, first, yung traditional or conventional treatment natin using, radiation, yung current radiation machines, normally 25 to 40 sessions, mga 1 to 2 months. Kasi maliliit na dose lang ang binibigay mo every day. And it's very effective. Nagkataon, pwede kang magbigay sa isang cancer cell ng mataas na dose, ang tawag namin stereotactic radiation treatment. And when you do that, mapapaikli mo yung radiation to only 1 to 5 sessions. Kasi mataas na dose na yung kaya mong ibigay. So, ma-shorten mo ang treatment.
So bukod nga, Dok, sa talagang mapapababa natin yung gamutan, haba ng gamutan, less hassle din po ito para sa patients natin.
Totoo. They can, actually, patients who have treatment using CyberKnife, walang downtime, they can actually go to work. For example, we have an uncle or a father who has prostate cancer, na nag-treat ng CyberKnife for 15 minutes. After that, pwede na siyang pumunta sa work. Or let's say, mag-treat siya Monday to Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday, pwede na siya maglaro ng golf. No downtime, with quality of life.
So, parang bumisita ka lang po pala talaga sa hospital, and then you're treating your cancer na pala for a short period of time. Doc, ano po ba yung status ngayon itong si CyberKnife? Nasubukan na po ba ito?
Okay. Of course, in let's say in our university in Japan, actually Japan has over, I think, more than 40 to 45 na CyberKnife machines in Japan. And for our university, they've been using it since 2008. So more than 13, 15 years, and they've treated around 3,500 patients already. So with that, I guess, makita mo naman na actually, this is not new in the country. Of course, it's a big milestone for our country. But for other countries like Japan, France also has more than 40. United States, of course, they have more than 100. And they've been treating thousands of patients using CyberKnife.
Subok na po
Subok
talaga.
Subok na. That's why we are very excited, as what Doc Beaver said. We are very excited to have this technology for our Filipino cancer patients.
Right now po ba, Doc? Ilan na po ba o nasubukan na po ba itong CyberKnife na to dito mismo sa atin, sa hospital natin?
Okay, so we're very excited, Rovic. No, we have actually marami ng patients na nakapila na.
Line up.
Yes, oo, and we're excited na masubukan na talaga nila. If I can share, we have a pedia patient actually who will have the treatment using CyberKnife. Meron din tayong mga young adults and of course yung mga senior citizens who would also have the treatment for CyberKnife. So hopefully, we can have treatment perhaps starting next week and talaga the whole team is excited.
Pag-usapan naman po natin, Doc, itong proseso sa gamutan na para maging aware din po yung public na gustong sumubok na itong CyberKnife system na ito. Ano po ba yung process?
Okay. So, actually, what happens, we are actually in the treatment room of CyberKnife. So, a patient comes in and then hihiga lang ang patient dyan sa treatment couch. And then, meron tayong dalawang camera sa taas. So, mag-i-image para makita ni CyberKnife yung bukol. Once makita niya, ma-target niya na nasa tamang position na, then si CyberKnife mag-move on its own. Robot kasi to. And then siya ang mag-a-adjust kung nasan yung location ng bukol. And kunyari nga, nasabi ko sa iyo, Rovic, if this is a lung cancer patient, yung patient, hihinga lang siya on her own. Hindi namin siya i-ask to hold your breath, inhale or exhale. None. Breathe on your own, comfortably, and then makikita ni CyberKnife yung bukol nagmo-move, up and down, di ba? While you breathe, and siya ang mag-a-adjust. Susundan niya ang bukol.
Ayan, thank you so much po, Dr. Jamie, sa pagpapakita po sa amin kung paano po talaga gumagana itong si CyberKnife. And of course, kung paano po siya naging malaking impact din, lalo na sa mga cancer patients. Of course, giving them na lang din ng bagong hope or pag-asa para sa kanilang gamutan po. Siguro, Doc Jamie, last na po siguro, any message na lang po sa public na gustong subukan and words of encouragement na rin po para sa mga cancer patients natin dito sa bansa.
Okay, so Rovic, actually, we would like to share to our Filipino cancer patients that CyberKnife is here in our country. And pwede po itong machine na ito, CyberKnife, actually for cancers from as in head to toe. So, for all our Filipino cancer patients, we want to share with you na may hope po para sa inyo, para sa gamutan po ninyo. And sana po, nandito kami makatulong po sa inyo. You can reach out to us at Asian Cancer Institute. Our hotline is 8771-9000, local 8105. And it's our pleasure to help you.
Thank you so much po, Dr. Jamie Fernandez Ramos, our radiation oncologist and CyberKnife expert dito sa Asian Hospital and Medical Center. Thank you so much po, Doc Jamie.
Thank you, Rovic.
Mula dito sa Asian Hospital and Medical Center, ako po ang inyong host, Rovic Manuel. Patuloy na magbibigay kasagutan sa inyong mga katanungan. Magkita-kita po tayong muli sa susunod na linggo, kasama pa rin ang mga eksperto. Dito lang sa Experts Opinion.